Good day, beautiful people. Welcome once again to your favorite program, our favorite program, The Conversation, coming to you from TV 360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Nelson Ekudumi. I have here with me in the studio Comrade Razak Kolade Olokoba, popularly called Auke. Comrade Olokoba, you're welcome to the program.
Good day.
Yeah, thank you for joining us on the conversation today.
It's my pleasure.
Yes, the conversation, like we all know, it's a public issue focused program that look at happenings in Nigeria and in the diaspora. And the top of the bill today, we are going to the United States of America, where President Donald Trump has imposed trade tariffs on countries doing business with America. I believe that his mindset must have been influenced by the fact that I think he saw America gradually becoming a dumping ground for goods from outside of the world. That decision by President Donald Trump has started ruffling feathers in the world global economy. Like here home in Nigeria, the tariff rate on Nigeria is just 14%. On China, it was 34%. And China said she was going to retaliate. And just yesterday, America was mulling the idea of a 104% tariff. In fact, Canada is also retaliating, as well as Europe, on which a 20% tariff hike has been slammed. So you look at the disruptions in global economy, in global trade, by this decision by the Donald Trump administration, and you want to ask what becomes of the world. As we speak, the Nigerian economic team are already putting their heads together, because if Donald Trump has decided to slam a tariff on Nigeria, just like he has slammed it on every other country around the world, some African countries, maybe was it South Africa, went as high as about 30 or 30 plus,
So there are several angles to it, and we have to address one that concerns us as a people, which come with its own advantage
and disadvantage.
I hope Trump is getting the strategy right. It is true that America is home for all products in the world, because once your product is popular in America, it will be accepted all over the world.
Yes.
But the good thing is that they have a grip of it. They lay condition for coming to sell.
Yes, there's the standard, yeah.
Whereas it's not so in their own case. They will give condition to whatever they want to take their product. So they are in control. But Trump, as a businessman, you can be buying goods cheaper outside America.
Yes, that was the crux of the relationship with China.
And that is being on the side of the ordinary Americans. If you buy things
from outside America
and it's cheaper.
Yes, because of the cost of labor.
As a billionaire and as a businessman, he can't take that, because he is a manufacturer. He's a businessman. That's a minus for his business. So he will prefer his own manufacturing institution to grow. And that's the angle he's coming from. The strategy is for the billionaires, who are his colleagues. That's one angle. The second thing is that he's trying to box some country into line. That you have to come and negotiate with me. You did it with a Democrat. That's Democrats. Democrats are the beneficiary of all the wars that are going on now. It can't be kickback in America, but there's a way they design the proceed from all those things that is taken legitimately back into the covers of, which is in favor of Democrat businessmen.
Okay.
So Democrat is in control of Ukraine war. Okay. Democrat businessmen are in control of a war that is going on in Israel. Their business representatives are in control of all the wars all over the world. So Trump is, on behalf of Republicans and the billionaires,
trying to take back,
dismantle all the agreements and say that, no, come and negotiate with me. And I say, I hope it's not going to backfire, because people are not willing to go and negotiate with him. That was what backfired with Ukraine. Though Ukraine is back in their armpit now. Yeah. They have the head of Zelensky under the armpit now. You know, it almost backfired. Yeah. That one said that, how many America do I want to have? He didn't say it, but is that America for Democrat or America for Republican? He almost said that when he was saying that we have discussed there are ongoing agreements. So, but maybe it was caution to say that. But that's what Trump is trying to do. And I hope this affront, which is rare before, for a country to retaliate tariff to America.
Yes.
That means countries are beginning to dare. That mystery about America is going away gradually. And again, if you look at what is coming out of it, it means that Nigeria may be a beneficiary of all these things, because what are we taking to America in the first instance?
No, they said in the last 2 months, the level of exports from Nigeria to America has increased, astronomically. But for me, I think. But for me,
let's look at that very well.
Look, for me, my concern is that no matter the trade war that America has declared on the rest of the world now, it's a wake-up call, most especially for us in the African continent.
Yes,
because I see a lot of African countries now trying to.
For Nigeria now,
yes.
What are those things that we are exporting? We export raw material, and they bring it back to us as finished product, yeah. Which is very bad for our economy. Very, very bad for our economy. If it is what we don't consume now that we are exporting, fine. But what we are consuming, you take cocoa, and they bring out Ovaltine and Bonfita and all those things back to us, and chocolate. That's bad for Nigerian businessmen. So I said, in a way, this is, like you have said, a wake-up call for us to be able to say that, okay, this good that is going there, if you don't want to buy our good again, and because we need those chemicals in pure water production, sachet water, the only that is local content here is the water. All other things about pure water is imported. Whereas all the things we needed to purify the water, the chemical, to produce the nylon, were brought back after taking the raw material away from us. They will now bring it back to us. So in a way, we have to look at what is in this tariff that is a gain to us. It means that we compulsorily now, there are things we are not supposed to be talking to America for sale.
But Comrade Lokoba, for
and me, one of these is going to backfire is that, do you know what is tariff? I know you know tariff. Tariff is tax on the good that is coming to your country. American populace are complaining now that what is Trump up to? Are you subsidizing it for us? Because if I'm buying,
no, the America is making they are making revenue from it. If you are
ordinary people are not making anything
because if you make the price of those goods to go up, so in a way it would have infringed on the rights of the buyers, consumers.
Yes,
their purchasing rights will have been infringed upon.
It's been decimated.
Yes,
now. And that is why I said I hope it's not going to back, because I know in his mind, for country like China, it may not go on for long. It will just want to box China to land, because the way China is going now, if you go and read what's the name of this?
No,
look at the way China is putting the economy of the world that is armpit.
Yes,
in a very humble manner.
Yes.
No arrogant, no nothing.
Yes, and they are manipulating and moving everywhere.
Yes.
For me, my concern really is that if Donald Trump has imposed these tariffs, because don't forget, the mantra of Donald Trump is America. He's not bothered about any other country. And that is how every country must put their national interest.
Which is different from the pressure the previous leader gave us.
Yes.
America is for the rest of the world. So no, I'm not for anybody.
It's not for anybody. Everybody take care of your own.
Yes.
First. So for me, if I've seen some African countries already lamenting. I watched the video of one of our Southern African countries complaining that the goods she exports to America will now be grossly affected. That country, maybe Botswana or Uganda or so. And I'm like, they make a lot of textiles. Trump's first problem was that a lot of businesses are no longer domiciled in America. So the tax America will get from those countries operating in America is being lost to other countries where people go to invest their money.
Thinking like a businessman.
Yeah, and now bring finished product.
Not about ordinary people that's going to be cheaper. No, that's not Trump's concern. Trump's concern is about this quality, the billionaire life starts to go on, and the money they are making.
I believe strongly that the African countries now have an opportunity to look at the African Continental Free Trade Agreement and see how we can benefit.
We'll make
we have
more
the
money,
population.
more money if we trade among
Yes.
ourselves, have one single currency. and
Look at,
things
for
like that.
example, now, the Dangote refinery. Now, the Dangote refinery is exporting refined petroleum products even to America,
Yes.
as well as some other countries.
Yes.
So those are the things we should leverage on. That you talk about materials for making sachet water, for example.
Okay.
I have of the strong opinion. I'm of the strong opinion that a lot of researches have been conducted there, and the findings to make us implement and provide these solutions locally are available for us. But
Of
we are
course.
just lazy.
Of course, the will is missing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is our discussion. That is our conversation on Trump trade war. We want to see how the world will be affected. But because right now, stocks are going down, the global economy is shaky, if I should put it that way. And Nigeria is not going to be immune from this global trade war. So it is left for those at the end of our affairs to put on their thinking caps to rejig our economic architecture in order for us to look more inwards, as well as looking within even the African continent. I'm looking at the day when our country's currency will be measured in terms of other, like the cedis,
Yes.
and rather than being based on the American dollar. Maybe the Trump war.
It's achievable.
The Trump war could be a blessing to us.
Yes,
in disguise.
the proposal is still on the table, African currency.
So we see how it goes, and you can be rest assured that we'll be here to discuss further on this issue. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to go on a short break. You're watching the conversation coming to you from TV 360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. We'll be right back.